Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And I just wanted to just go over some things and how, after looking at Coming to America 2, I went back and looked at Coming to America 1. And basically, this was over a comment that a brother made. I forget his name. But I went back and looked at it because of this scene right here. Every negative thing about Afro royalty was in Coming to America 1, and Coming to America 2 was feminist on steroids. But see, because it's hidden in art, the conditioning, a lot of us are not aware of how we're being played. All right. Coming to America, Minister Jap crap, and then the conditioning of Afro men by our black mothers and the media is very anti-royal of Afro men. A lot of these women and Hotep dudes running around, we kings, kings, kings. No, we've been conditioned out of that condition of desiring and wanting to be kings. And instead, that has been replaced by thug culture. All right. And the culture to throw away what would be royal characteristics such as educated, wisdom, the desire to not be impulsive, to choose to be able to take care of and raise up over consumerism. We've been flatly conditioned out of those thought patterns by our black mamas and the media, Hollywood, and those black people that operate within this system, to the point where we only recognize ourselves as a color instead of the aboriginal. Think about that for a second. And this is the sad part. Let me greet everybody real quick. Hovorten hardu gudag ola oi to the bang vasas los. Bonjour mes amis, kedabawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama, sani bonani, jambo herbaridani, assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right, so before we get started on this path, because this is going to be a short video, let me remind you that my donation link and Cash App, my PayPal me and Cash App is in the description box along with my email if you want to contact me. All right. And if you don't know what I do, check out my Facebook page, KI Space Jameson, and it'll let you know what this channel is all about. All right. For those of you that's been here, y'all already know. All right. Remember, you always take care of yourself and family first before you donate to anybody. All right. So let's roll on with that. Okay. So, brother Frankie, he sent me this. All right. And at first, I did not understand what was going on. All right. And this is what I got from this message. Minister Jack, right? He said, I swear New York and Florida got the baddest exotic women. No need to go overseas. All right. So there has been this just messaging created by the left, the BW, and they're using their thugs and hoteps to push this message to stop the Afro men with resources from going overseas. Why? Because these women have no backup. Now, I didn't know, I really didn't understand what this was. All right. Until I looked at what he put up, and I didn't know who these people were. I was like, I wouldn't want nothing to do with any of these women. All right. I wouldn't want nothing to do with any of these women. All right. Just by these facial features alone. I was like, they don't look like they're suitable for men trying to be kings. And then they always try to say that the BW in America are clean when they're not. Some are, but that the hygiene thing is not what is promoted like it used to be back in the day. Because they don't need to promote it, in all honesty, because based on who these women are, this dude will prop this up over feminine women who view family above all else. He would prop these women up who's been pumped and dumped. See, I was able to figure this out because when I saw the picture in its whole, that bottom one with the pink hair, that's Pinky. I did a story on her. And the reason why I did a story on her, because she was a violin player. She was very smart in school, but her single mama could not handle the boyfriend she decided to choose, because the boyfriend threatened her mama and just took her out the house at like 17 or something like that. So she never finished school. Smart woman that never finished school. The other thing I know about her, she's an adult star. And then I put it together. All these are adult stars. So why would I pick that over a real life woman versus a woman who's been ran through in all ways by so many? And why would I elevate that to queenhood? That don't make sense. Well, conditioning. That's why one would do it. Conditioning. The system promotes the black woman over the whole entire community because he knows that these women will betray the community all the way to the utmost. And because the system, they did not give them power. They just gave them influence within the system. The system is still the thing with the power, not these women. And so long as they operate within it for the destruction of the Afro people, they will have access to that power. These are women going into law. What is law? Is the Caucasian system, designed to keep everybody else under their foot. All right? And what happens is we are trained to reject royalty and the training of feminine women. And as I was looking at Coming to America, the first one, and listening to what the commenter said, this is exactly what happened in the first one. An intelligent, beautiful woman trained as a virgin, never known a man, trained to be a queen. So what happened is during a dinner conversation, when the father has the conversation with his son, he said this woman is trained to be a queen, like his son is trained to be a king. So what did he do? He went and got American women. He rejected the royal court, tradition, family tradition. He rejected his training. He was talking about somebody to stimulate his intellect, but this woman was trained to be more intellectual and know more about the things that he knows. In other words, she was trained to please him, which means that if one of the ways to please him was to have intellect, and you saw that in the banter between Jeffrey Joffre and his wife, you saw that. The wife was wise, but she never overstepped the fact that she was a wife. But she was wise. She was able to move the king in a direction by reminding him who he was. Wisdom. All this stuff was rejected for this. All right? The American woman saying that that's the true queen, even though an African princess or a person that was trained better would be queen. Brothers are tired of this. You see what I mean? Brothers don't want this. Thugs want this. Degenerates want this. Dudes that care nothing about their legacy as men, this is what they want. The run-through woman that presents nothing, who don't want kings. And let's make this clear. These women don't want kings. Because if they did, they would want somebody that is financially and intellectually capable of running a home. But no, they choose the bottom rung in wisdom, which is the thugs. All right? And all the statistics point this out. And they'll tell you, well, the thugs are the real men. When they're not, they're the easiest manipulated because they're the ones without anything. And so you got pushback because the dudes with something are saying, you know what? We're not settling for has-been run-throughs that have nothing to offer us but thugs' children. So we're escaping. There's an exodus. There is a brain drain, a financial brain drain. Now, in saying all this, understand this too. The countries we're going to have deeply melanated women and non-melanated women. Guess what? The Afro men never really cared so long as she was a good woman for him and to him. See, that's something that the BAWs miss. That's something that the thugs don't require. These dudes like Minister Jack, he don't require a woman to be suitable for him and his needs. I do. So I ain't messing with the BAW. I got exes always calling me up and asking me for things. But they weren't what I needed. I'm everything that they needed in a man, smart, intelligent, able to fix things, fix cars. Yeah, I fix cars, fix computers. All right, able to do all that stuff. All right, so yeah, I fulfill all their needs. They fulfill none of mine. So I said, you know what? I'm ghost, pieces, deuces. Time to pop smoke. All right. Some of the times I want to pop white smoke to get out, and then pop red smoke to, you know, the cesspool that is the so-called black community needs red smoke. For those of you military, Marines, Army, in the field, y'all know what that means. All right. And so, at the end of the day, it comes down to this. I don't care if they look like this in the United States. If they look like this in Uganda, I'm going for it. If they look like this in Kenya, I'm going for it. If they look like this in the United States, all right, I got a whole bunch of questions to ask. And usually when you look deeper, they're going to be tatted up somewhere. They're going to have some children or be run through. The word virgin is going to be unheard of. All right. The word I'm ready for a good man now that a bunch of thugs ran through me, that's going to be the prevailing thing. This is why I'm going to tell them, you know what? You might have to hit that wall by yourself or with your thug or simp. As for me, I'm out. I'm busting a move. Got my passport. I'm out. All right. See, y'all got to understand, brothers. When I say this is a no depolicing zone, I mean that. And when I say it is better to roll off and go where there is more potential for you to find what you need than to stay in a place that lacks that potential, I mean it. With that said, I'm out.